We are live on Shaggy TV. Sorry about that issue there. Streamlabs didn't want to read my microphone. It's reading it in Discord. I could see that I'm talking, but you guys couldn't hear me, but now I see that you can, and we are here with the Corn Belt UMP Modified Series. Only 6 guys right now here. Robbie Milburn has yet to put a time on the track, but Wild Bill Hess, if he has a good run tonight, I'd imagine a top 2 finish, I think, will lock up the points for the man in the 9. He has been tough to tame this year. Very good. Seems to work his way up to the front whenever he can. Robbie Milburn. He hasn't been able to make every show here, but when he makes a show, he's a top dog too. We'll have to keep an eye on that 12 of Robbie Milburn. Let's see here, DJ Miller. Oh, he's just involved a little bit of rub job there with Dustin Reagan in that double 3 machine. Dustin Reagan would love to get a win here. We got one more week left in the series. Next week they finish up at Eldora. So running out of time to tick off a win here, and Robbie Milburn just joining into the session here. Track maybe getting a little faster, but man, I don't think it is getting faster. I think we just saw a fast driver enter in. Moves up to P2 here. Running that wall. He likes that high side. Some of the other guys here not running that high side, sticking to the middle. So it'll be anxious to see what line pays off here in qualifying. 15 seconds left here for the drivers to play around a little bit. And, well, then it's going to be go time as some of these guys pulling out of the pits here now. Little too late here. You're not going to get another lap in, but get to go out and maybe get a feel for it here real quick before you got to go down and burn her down in qualifying. Right now, going to advance here, and like I say, they'll roll into qualifying. So 6 drivers vying for the pole here. We'll see who pulls out of pit lane first, and it's looking like it's going to be that 5 car of Mike Golonis. Let's take a look at now. He's driving slow though, so he may not be the first one. It may be DJ Miller. It's going to be close here. Dustin Reagan as well. He came boring out. So all the guys pretty much here in the same vicinity of the track. You'll see laps come in. 4 guys here at once. William Hess and Robbie Milburn. Right now they aren't on the track. So Mason Dangerfield right now at the top of the charts there in that 13 machine. DJ Miller the only one to improve there through sector 1. Slower through this sector 2. Dustin Reagan improves, but still going to stay P2. See here, DJ Miller going a little slower. Michael Lonis slower in sector 2. He's going to stay P4. So 4 guys, they've run their 3 qualifying laps. Now I think, here we go, getting some movement out of William Hess. So right now he's the only one out here qualifying. Let's watch him as he gets ready to go to work. Takes the green flag, starts lap number 1. Gonna look as low as he can. We saw Robbie Milburn have a lot of success on that top shelf. It'll be anxious to see what he does. He's pulling out for qualifying right now. We'll watch Williams' second lap here. Purple sector 1. You know what that means. Quickest out of anybody. Let's see if he can follow it up here. Quicker for him in sector 2. What's it do? P2 for William Hess. Let's see Robbie Milburn here. Robbie P2. He improves sector 1. He's going to go to that top shelf in 3 and 4. As long as he didn't hit the wall, we'll see if he got faster. No, he didn't. Third and final lap here. I think that was to give this last lap one last go. And there it is. Purple through sector 1. Let's see what he does here. Does he take the pole? He's slower in sector 2. But it is enough to get it done. The 12 of Robbie Milburn takes the pole. You saw he set himself up there perfect. Ran the high line in 3 and 4 on lap number 2 just to get that full head of steam there on that final lap. And boy, it worked out for Robbie Milburn. Is slowed down in sector 2, but found enough speed to get a 12:51 and take the pole here tonight at Lima Land Motorsports Park. Is qualifying, like I say, it's wrapped up. Oh, there we go. They must have actually advanced there. Must have read my mind. We're going to go into heat race. Well, the only heat race of the evening here. So let's try and bring you up that starting grid. All 6 drivers on your screen there. Starting on the pole, the 12 of Robbie Milburn, into his outside in the 13, Mason Dangerfield. William Hess rolls off on the inside of row number 2 in the 9, into his outside, the 5 of Michael Lonis. Rounding out the field, we have the 33 of Dustin Reagan into his outside in the 185. DJ Miller yet to make the call, though, is Robbie Milburn, so hopefully he makes the grid, but if not, he'll be starting. Oh, there we go. Made the call right in time. As you hear the guys revving their motors, they're ready to play here at Lima Land Motorsports Park. This is a track where, you know, these guys are all friends, but at the end of the day, it's really tough to pass. They might have to lay a fender on each other. It's going to be real difficult if that guy in front of you is in the line you want. Here, pace lights are off. Just trying to experiment to get a little zoomed out view. Small track. We should be getting ready to go green when we come around this time. Pace car is off, and the 12 of Robbie Milburn will lead us to the green flag. Let's go play in the clay at Lima Land Motorsports Park. Battle on for P2. Mason Dangerfield caught on the outside, Wild Bill on the inside. Here's your point leader, William Hess, trying to get that thing rolling, trying to get up to P2, sends it in a little deep, has to get on the binders, or else he may have gotten the back of our leader, Robbie Milburn. But they live to race another day. Battle on. Michael Lonis feeling the heat from DJ Miller. DJ Miller trying to get around, but Wild Bill is still on a mission here, trying to get P2. Mason Dangerfield trying to roll the outside. Gonna get it to work through 3 and 4. 5 to go here for your leader, Robbie Milburn, as Mason Dangerfield finally able to pick a line of his choice here. Able to get around is Michael Lonis. He's going to lose that spot to the 185 of DJ Miller. DJ Miller on the move. Back up front, Robbie Milburn holding it together. 3 to go here with, you got to think, if he doesn't make a mistake here, this is all his. Is Mason Dangerfield. He's been able to hold on to P2, but not really able to mount that charge at the leader. Dustin Reagan started 5th, running 4th here. Is kind of stalled out, gained 1 spot, but now DJ Miller looks low here. White flag in the air. Final time around for the leaders as they come down the backstretch. Robbie Milburn Looks to take the checkered flag here in heat race number 1, and that's exactly what he's going to do, followed by Mason Dangerfield, William S., Dustin Reagan, DJ Miller, and Michael Lonis. I'm going to mute my mic here. You may see a little iRacing insider stuff here. I want to, this is one track where normally I have my stuff saved. I do not have a start-finish line camera, so you are going to watch me edit a pit lane camera and move it there. But enjoy warm-ups here at Limaland Motorsports Park. So you get to see a little bit of how that stuff done. You got to take cameras that are made and move them around to different places here, but iRacing gives you a lot of freedom to do that kind of stuff. They do a good job here. Right now, that points leader is at the top of the speed charts, William Hess. We know he's going to start P2 in this feature, and it's going to be tough to get around that 12 of Robbie Milburn, so... Especially now, he just put in that quick time here, and by almost a tenth of a second, Robbie Milburn really laying down the law. White flag in the air, or checkered flag in the air, excuse me. That'll be the end of warm-ups, and we get ready for tonight's feature event here in the Corn Belt UMP Modifieds. Week 7 of 8, and Wild Bill looks to lock up the points here tonight with a good run. Oh, that's right, I forgot. William Hess there, he could not get around Mason Dangerfield there unless Mason made a last-minute pass there that we missed right coming to the line. But either way, Robbie Milburn's going to start this thing on the inside of the front row in that 12 machine into his outside. Mason Dangerfield in the 13. William Hess rolls off on the inside of row number 2 into his outside in the 33, Dustin Reagan. Rounding out the field tonight in row number 3, we've got the 185 of DJ Miller into his outside in the 5, Michael Lonis. As Mason Dangerfield tries to get a little bit of heat in those tires, Robbie Milburn's just going to keep it cool and calm down there on the bottom one more time around, and he will lead the field here to the green flag anytime he wants through the middle of 3 and 4 as they go down the backstretch for the final time. Into 3 and 4. The green flag is high. It's ready to fly. Robbie Milburn brings us to the green flag. Side by side behind Robbie as William Hess tries to go back on that bottom, and now my mind refreshes me. We saw this once before. Wild Bill fighting on the bottom, but man, Mason proved to be too much on the outside. We'll have to see if Wild Bill can sling it in there and get on by that lucky number 13 as he tries to coming down the front stretch. Can't clear him just yet. That 13 still hanging on. Going down the backstretch, he could have closed the door if he wanted to, but I think he likes the bottom right now. Wild Bill moves up to P2. He's got it at the line. DJ Miller up to P4. Michael Onis up to P5. Dustin Reagan having a little bit of trouble in that 33. Sinking like a stone, but it's heating up for the lead. Wild Bill looking low on Big Robbie Milburn for the lead. Had to get on the binders. Opened up the door up top for Mason Dangerfield. He's starting to mount a charge here again. That lucky number 13's rolling the top side. Or actually like a middle side. I mean, he's got a lot of room. Yeah, there you see Robbie Milburn went to the top. We're 3 abreast coming down the front stretch. Oh, big send from your point leader. And that's going to open up the door for DJ Miller. DJ Miller capitalizes. He moves up to P2. And now he's going to try to look for a little more here. Looking under your leader, Wild Bill, as everybody keeps on rolling. But for sure, your big loser there is the 12 of Robbie Milburn. Falls back to 4th place. It's got to come back. Mason Dangerfield still hanging on there, P3. Trying to get that middle side rolling. But DJ Miller got the bottom rolling. And I could be wrong, but this is, if DJ can hold on to this is going to be his best finish of the year here, that middle step of the podium. May have a little bit more, though. Doesn't want to quit just yet. Robbie Milburn looking to the outside here. Michael Lone is trying to peek to the inside, taking over P4. Robbie Milburn maybe just a little bit frustrated after that contact. Car may not feel the same. He just seems to be struggling in that 12 ride. Meanwhile, Michael Lone is below him. Looks like, well, there until maybe a little bit of contact. Looked like it was coming to him, but he had to get on the binders there, chopped down on the bottom, and now the 33's going back to work. Up front, Wild Bill's checking out here. Got the lead up to about 0.7 of a second, while DJ Miller doing what he can to hold off this 13. Let's go on board with Mason Dangerfield. Mason's just trying to drive it in a little deep, stay in the throttle and get a big drive off. But, man, DJ's doing such a good job there on the exit of 3 and 4 on the bottom, really shortening the track and pulling away here is, you know, Mason felt the same thing. He's like, I got to tuck back in behind that guy. I'm just losing a little bit too much time right now. Got to reel him back in, and then I'll go for it again. But Michael Lonis up in the wall here. Dustin Reagan gonna drive on by. Michael Lonis in the 5. Not his night tonight. He is struggling. Eating up here for P2. Mason Dangerfield has gotten back to the rear end of that 185, but every time he gets to him, he just overdrives the corner a little bit. Enters a little too high looking for speed and just has to reel a bit back in that 185. Let's go back on board with him. Just trying to run down DJ Miller here is out front all by himself. Wild Bill, he's doesn't have to drive too wild tonight. He can just save the tires, sit there and relax, let these two duke it out, keep that gap at about a second. You know, he's going to be a happy man here. Robbie Milburn seems to have settled down here in 4th a little bit, but not able to get a run, not able to come back as these guys. Meanwhile, Michael Lonis, he pulls off the track. He may be done. William Hess over halfway. 13 to go here as we go by the charity stripe. DJ Miller slowly ticking down into that lead. It was at about 0.9. He's gotten it back down to 8. DJ, if he's got anything, he's got to throw it now. He's running out of time. 12 more laps. Let's ride on board with DJ here. See if we can't come up with a game plan. What's he trying to do here? Maybe overdrives the corner a little bit there. Gets a little sideways on entry. This looks much better. Really gets it to stick. Gets that gap down to 0.6. But, man, that drive off Wild Bill has is phenomenal. Right now, DJ making up time on entry, but Wild Bill just getting him on exit. You can see the top 3, though, in your frame. One mistake from Wild Bill, and he may lose 1, possibly 2 spots if Mason Dangerfield can keep coming in here as they are reeling in the leader. A little bit of a mistake there for DJ. If DJ could just back this down and calm down. He is running him down. Leader touches the wall a little bit there. William S. kisses the wall. 7 to go here when we come out of 3 and 4 this time. Let's see. Let's go on board here with your leader. Let's see how close he's getting to that outside wall. We heard him kiss it 2 laps ago. I mean, not much room for error there. He's really floating it out, going down the front stretch. On the back stretch, not as close to the wall, but still pretty close. He's really pressing the envelope. Robbie Milburn pulls off the track. He decided 4th place was going to be all he could get. No, or 5th place, excuse me. Dustin Reagan rolling around there in 4th, but he is back there always. Your podium looks to be set here with 4 to go. Can Mason Dangerfield swap it up a little bit? Can he get to that middle step? DJ Miller seems to have slipped up a little bit here. He's let him pull back away as there's 3 more times around here at Lima Land Motorsports Park. 2 laps to go for your point leader, Wild Bill. William Hess here. He is a lap and a half away from basically locking up a championship trophy. White flag in the air, final time around. DJ was able to reel him in a little bit, but not enough. Wild Bill's gonna get it done again here at Lima Land Motorsports Park. He is your winner and champion, William Hess, followed by DJ Miller, Mason Dangerfield, Dustin Reagan, Robbie Milburn, and Michael Lonis. We are going to give those guys a minute or two to catch their breath, get on up to the lot or the interview room, but man, no cautions. Green flag all the way. They gave us 3 wide for the lead. Look at this. There was Wild Bill's big slider. Oh, man. Oh, man. But, you know, you're down there. You got to send it. That's what he did. DJ takes advantage. And that was for sure. I mean, that was the move of the race. But let's give Mason a chance to hop on up here. Looks like he is up here. He's waiting for me. Mason, Shaggy up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
I can hear you.
Well, you know, we saw you were there battling. You were in a 3-wide battle for the lead, and man, a big slider ends up pushing you up the track, and you kind of get stuck there in 3rd, man. Talk to us about the race.
Everything felt good, you know, up until a couple laps in. It got all hairy, which I understand because Lima Land's kind of a rough track to run around the bottom with, but we ended up with a podium, so I guess we're good for the night.
Yeah, you know, at the end of the day, a podium's what you want, but with 1 race left in the season here going into Eldora next week, what are your chances? What do you think you got at the Big E?
I'm hoping another podium, but the way the rest of the season looked, I'll probably end up somewhere in the back again.
Oh, man, dude, I'll tell you what. I feel that too well, Mason. That's normally my luck when I hop behind the wheel. But congratulations on a good run, man, and hopefully you can pull it off here next week at the Big E. What do you say?
I hope so. Yeah, that'd be pretty fun.
Well, great run here. Good 3rd place. Who do you want to thank, my man?
Michael for putting the league up, you for broadcasting, and of course, Hess for putting my late model wrap over onto a modified for me. That was really nice of him. And I think that's about it.
Well, hell of a job, Mason. Good luck, man. And hopefully we talk to you again here after Eldora.
Thank you.
All right. And with that, we'll move on up here to talk to 2nd place. DJ Miller, man. DJ, you found yourself at the right place at the right time, sitting there in 4th. You see William throw a big slider, and man, you capitalized, moved on up to P2. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, I seen him. We was all racing pretty tight there, and seen him get together and just happened to shoot on the inside there, and just held my position from there. We're all pretty close in time, so once you get ahead of a guy, it's awful tough to get back around him. So it was a good race, though. Had a lot of fun.
Yeah, in these long green flag runs, when clearly in these UMPs right now with the track state, not a lot of cars, man, it's tough to pass. What do you got to do to get around a guy? Does he have to make a mistake like they did in front of you?
Well, I think you gotta go where they ain't, and hope you're fast enough to pull it off coming out of the corner. But I stayed kind of low there, and wasn't really gaining on the leader. And then right towards the end there, I popped it up to the high side. I might have gained on him a little bit, but I just didn't have enough to get up there and race with him.
Oh yeah,
And
we were following that gap. You were reeling him in there those last 8 or so laps, but man, you just ran out of time.
right. So he didn't make any mistakes. So that's the way it goes.
Yeah, that's the story of racing. Sometimes you just got to deal with second. And tonight, that's what you're going to have to do, man. But great run, DJ. Who you want to thank?
Oh, I got to thank my wife for putting up with all this stuff, and Michael Lonis for getting me started, and just all the guys I race with. These guys here in this league, they don't mess around. These are some good drivers here. So I don't know that I know any of them personally, but they're fun to race with. They're all pretty smooth, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, congratulations, DJ. Big P2, man. What are you thinking next week rolling into the season finale? You got a chance at Eldora?
We're just gonna keep the throttle down and see what happens. Anything can happen at Eldora.
All right, man. Well, I look forward to letting you let her eat next week. Good luck.
All right, brother. Thanks.
That's your P2 finisher, DJ Miller. And now we're going to roll up here. The man of the hour, Wild Bill, William Hess. It looks like tonight, I think from what I saw in the group chat, you get a win, and I think you're wrapping up the points, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it took I'm not, it is what it is. You kind of got to, I talked about it. You're going to rub a little bit, but you found yourself on the bottom 3 wide and you have a big send in there. I mean, was there anything else you could have done, or you saw your moment, had to take it?
No, man. I truthfully, I didn't even mean to make that move. I was going to run the bottom, and the car just pushed and pushed and pushed, and it was either tap the brakes and try and flip the car, or try and keep it going. And I hate that move. I think it killed Robbie's race, and it broke up a little bit of Mason's front end. So, I should have took a EOL on that one, and I really didn't mean for it to happen.
Well, man, you come to the bull ring, that kind of stuff's going to happen. And at the end of the day, you had the speed, you were quick all night, able to park it in victory lane, man. Congratulations. Who you want to thank?
I want to thank Pike Street Lanes, CF Martin, Worker Motorsports, Kingdom Machine Service, Hess Decals, you for streaming it, Michael for putting on the league, and that's about it with me, buddy.
Well, hey, hell of a job, man. Congratulations, and good luck next week at the Big E, brother.
Hey, I appreciate you, buddy. We'll see you then.
And that's your winner, William Hess. And with that, we're going to call it a night here on Shaggy TV. I am Zach Chapman. Hope you enjoyed the nonstop green flag action here at Lima Land Motorsports Park. We'll be back here next week, around 9:30, 9:45 Eastern, for a little Eldora action in the UMP. So come back next week, like and subscribe. Don't miss a show. Have a good evening.